Hey, this is gonna be a video on the riots. This is gonna be a video on the riots. I don't really have a lot to say, but yesterday, basically, you saw what is a very angry public, and I think basically we're finally starting to see a change in the United States of America, and what I see is a very unjust country that allows very horrible things, that doesn't really care about its citizens, with leadership that doesn't really care. And I think we're starting to see the opposite of that. I think we're finally starting to see the people themselves rise up and make and demand change to the current system. And this is a very positive thing that should have happened very many years ago. Um, I guess in order just to make the video a little longer, because I don't know what else to really to talk about, and I don't care that you're not watching. The COVID virus, or the coronavirus. I would say this about the coronavirus. It's odd to me that we do social distancing and the mask, and I like the mask. By the way, I really do like wearing the mask. It's shield. It comforting. It's really like a shield of comfort that you get to wear the mask. I like the mask that you wear when you go places. I don't like looking people. I don't care about looking at people. I don't like them looking at me. I feel comfortable with the mask on, so I like that. But that and everything else is ultimately useless in terms of getting rid of a virus. And I've probably said this in my recent videos, or this is kind of, I don't know, a monologue probably isn't the right word, but I want to say this. I don't think I've said it. The entire thing is fucking useless because you send your kids back to school. Well, in a small classroom of about 1,000 children, just spreading the shit back and forth, and then they and the teachers and everyone are all in this room together in the close proximity in a small classroom, and they're spreading it, and then they go home and they're going to spread it. So it's like, what the hell is it good at anything else you do? And I think I've said this before, actually, now that I think about it. But it's fucking pointless and useless, and it's like, there's no reason for this. And Trump totally did that during a fucking election. But anyways, I did go somewhere yesterday, or today maybe still. I think yesterday. I don't know what time it is. Anyways, but I went somewhere, and I will say the person I talked to, who was a very nice person. I'm not in any way being disrespectful. I found it interesting because she seemed kind of conservative, and that to me was a little bit scary. And I even said something about Alexander Cortez might be the next president, and she didn't like that, and she said something about her being a bartender, and that to me was scary because that means that Trump still has a chance of winning the election, and obviously Trump's a bad thing. But last night, the economic warfare that we're currently under kicked into next gears, and I hurled a molotov cocktail at police, like straight out of fucking Europe, basically. And I'm hoping that's the direction we go. I'm afraid, honestly, that we're going to twiddle our fingers and play with our dicks, as they say, until eventually we end up fucking in some kind of race war, and that's going to be a very, very bad thing that I don't think white people can win. Just because our heart's not in it, and if you go into anything not believing in what you do, then you're not going to do it very well. And I saw that in wrestling. One of the nasty boys, yeah, one of the nasty boys threw a chair, and it hit, I think, Kevin Nash or Scott Hall, one of them. It hit Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash went to fight the nasty boy, and Scott Hall stopped him and said, and when Kevin Nash asked, why are you stopping me? He said, because they don't believe they're wrong. And if you don't believe the thing is, anything to fight for is it's been taken over by rich people and by capitalists, and they control our country, and they control the means production, and poor white people don't have anything to fight for. We don't have anything we care about. and the black people are right. And we see this on the news, and black people get choked to death. And I don't think there's very much there's almost no white opposition to that. Now, here's the thing. This is something I will say. There will come a time one day, and it might be 1,000 years from now, but there will be people that will try to probably kill white people. It doesn't very well live. I didn't know that for. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and I appreciate you for watching my video a lot. Thanks for watching me. I appreciate it. But I will say this: there was a guy, and I'm not agreeing with him, and he's crazy, and I'm sure he's crazy. But this guy I'm going to talk about in a minute did say a lot of shit that was true about economics, about class warfare, about environmentalism, and his name was Tom Metzger. Now, look, I'm not agreeing with everything he says. I don't say I agree with him. But if you're going to have things, but if you're going to have anything racial, of all the ones you could have picked, it would be that guy. And none of them like him. This guy really impurely wrote a Anyways, there was a guy named William Pierce who wrote a book. It was called Turner Diaries. And I guess people like him just because maybe they saw something in the book, although the book was totally absurd. And if you ever did that, you would not last long. I mean, they'd have your ass barbecued in no time. Your house would be burned down. They'd bomb your ass, tear you down, tanks coming. I mean, you'd be done. So if you think anything that guy ever said was fucking intelligent, I mean, he was a joke. But I gotta go. There's somebody at my door wanting drug money. Good night.